application form. It is very important to print or type your responses clearly. If you're using the Word version of the application form, you can type directly into the document and save it to your computer or device. Section 1 asks you to provide general information about your organization. To begin, please provide the legal name of your organization. This should be the name associated with your incorporation and/or banking information. Secondly, identify an appropriate contact name and contact details for the organization. Please note that we will require the mailing address associated with the organization, not the contact person. Also, an email contact is required. We will need to know how long your organization has been active. In addition, we will also need to know how many registered members your organization has. Please list both the permanent members as well as any temporary or part-time members. If your organization is incorporated, please provide your incorporation number. Incorporated organizations are eligible for up to $2,000 in funding, while unincorporated organizations are eligible for up to $1,000. If you decide to pursue incorporation, please state that your incorporation is pending. Section 2, Project Description. In this section, you are asked to provide a detailed description of your event. Please note that this section requires you to explain how you will implement the relevant COVID-19 public health measures. Use additional pages as necessary. All events funded through this initiative are required to follow public health guidelines. Suggestions for activities and associated management measures can be found on page 2 through 4 of the Senior Social Inclusion Initiative Guidelines. If you have any questions on suitable activities, please contact Dana Feltham. If the funding will be used for an event, please provide the anticipated date of the event, location, number of participants, and indicate if the event is accessible. We recognize that COVID-19 may make planning events difficult. If you're unsure of the date, please say "to be determined" in this section. Section 3, Privacy Notice. This section describes how your information will be used for the assessment of your application and identifies the privacy legislation that applies to your application. Please ensure to review this section prior to submitting your application. Section 4, Authorization. In this final section of the application, applicants are required to provide the contact name and information of the signing authorities for your organization. Please note the individual or individuals listed must also be associated with your bank account and Government of Newfoundland and Labrador supplier information. Now that you have completed the application, all that is required is to have your signing authorities sign and date the application. Applications can be submitted either via email or mail. Details are listed at the bottom of page 4 of the application. Thank you for taking the time to join us for this online tutorial. Again, if you have any further questions or concerns regarding the application process or your application, do not hesitate to reach out to Dana Feltham. Once again, she can be reached by phone at 709-729-4906 or by email at danafeltham@gov.nl.ca. Best of luck in preparing your application. We look forward to receiving it soon.